over the past decade, we've seen significant improvement in the art sector. From $1 million industry today, art is an alternative asset class. It's defined as not only a painting but something that one must have as part of their collection. In today's topic, we are going to cover the do's and don'ts of art and what one should be mindful of while making these purchases. The first and the most formal thing is the title of the property. Often we rely on the provenance of face value instead of checking the actual title and seeing whether there are any changes or any gaps in the title certificate. It's very important, especially when you're buying significant value of art, that you identify the title. You make sure that there is everything that you need, all the provenance papers are clear, and then go into the purchase. And therefore it's important that a robust legal system is in place and the chain of title is clean and clear. Secondly, nowadays, with the liberalized remittance scheme allowing you to invest in art abroad, it is also a very important part for cross-border sales, which is gaining significance. And here I would like to draw your attention that export value is something that one must be mindful of when you're purchasing art abroad. So for instance, if you are purchasing something in France and you want to send it to India, there will be an export value of about 20% plus another 6% levy by the French law on art exports. Similarly, when the paintings rather come into India, they will be charged at 12% of custom duty, which is again something that you must be mindful of while calculating your cost. In terms of jurisdictions like the UK, they are more flexible. They do not charge you tax while exporting paintings to India. But these are small things that one must take in interest and take into account while calculating the price. Today, art is also seen as a capital asset. In fact, works of art is now included in the definition of a capital asset. And therefore, if you are selling a piece of art, depending on your period of holding, it will be charged to capital gains tax, either long-term or short-term capital gains tax. So again, tax component is something that one must be aware of. Lastly, I would also want to tell you a very, very important aspect. Very often we see purchasers who purchase art but do not realize a very important point in terms of copyright law. Now, when you buy art, you're only buying the painting. You're not buying the intangible right which is associated with the painting. That right is always with the artist. And if the artist is no more, it is with the estate of the artist. So in case you wish to acquire such rights, such intangible copyright, one must have a written agreement. It cannot be transferred only because the painting is being transferred to you. Today, the government is also becoming stricter in terms of art regulations, and therefore I urge all of you to check into your collection and see if any of your paintings are reaching 100 years or have crossed 100 years. Because these kind of events must require you to register the painting as an antiquity. So that is something that one must be very mindful about. And lastly, please do indulge in buying art and buy art with correct legal advice. Take proper advice in terms of preserving your art and also passing it on to the future generation. And I wish you a lovely collection.